Hey everybody, Biking Sean here. I've got a kind of fun video for you today. And no, I'm not finally admitting that I have a knife problem and that I should go to Knife Anonymous. Although maybe I do, but that's not what Knife Madness is all about. Basically, just a fun idea that I had with the March Madness spirit going on. Decided to put up a bracket with all of my knives that I've purchased and kind of go down single elimination style until I get to the ultimate winner of Knife Madness for 2013. So hopefully it's not too controversial. It's just my opinion, and it only covers knives that I've actually owned. So most of them are production knives, and I don't have everything in here, but just kind of something fun. I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, first a little bit of background. What I did was, I have an app that I downloaded on my phone called Bracket Maker Pro, and I went in and created a bracket that it consisted of about 62 knives, all of which I've owned. And kind of the way that I decided to do this, I did seed everything. So like in the basketball tournament, you've got your number 1 seeds and your number 15 seeds. I just basically took them and ordered them by the original purchase price. So for example, something like an SnG has the top seed in one of the brackets, and there's 4 brackets, of course, if you're familiar with the NCAA tournament. Very similar. So I'll kind of scroll through, hopefully in the graphics here, the different brackets, the different sections. You can kind of see the matchups. You've got the XM-24 had a first seed, and small Sebenza had the second seed in that one. You've got another SnG, the concealed carry version, and also the Lego version had the top 2 seeds in that side. My custom Dustin Turpin Logic and the large Sebenza had the 1 and 2 seed. And then my Umnumzaan and the XM-18 had the top 2 seeds in the final bracket. So, there weren't a lot of upsets. I think when you rank things by price, obviously the more you're willing to pay for something, probably the more you like it. But there was one notable upset, which is kind of interesting. And it was this Spyderco Jester. Now, if you've watched my EDC videos, you know I've carried this Jester basically every day since I've got it as a secondary. It's the Sprint Run with Gray G10. Very cool little knife, very handy to have. And this basically took down one of my SnGs that I've had, which was the black concealed carry Tiger Stripe version. And the reason why it took that down in the first round, which was a 13 taking down a 4 seed, is I got that original SnG in a trade anyway. It was kind of the older style SnG with the older lockup. And also, I've, at this point, sold that knife, and I still have the Spyderco Jester, and I carry it every day. So I just thought that, in this case, the Jester should move on. Plus, I had other SnGs in the tournament that went further, so there's still SnG representation, and it's still definitely one of my favorite knives. So I've got it down to the final 8, which are the 8 knives that you see here in front of you. So these are the 8 knives that are left, and basically I haven't went through this myself yet, and I'll just kind of go through it here on the video at this point, and we'll just figure out which one gets the final ultimate winner, which really means nothing except that it was kind of fun to do. Obviously these are all some of my favorite knives, so let's just get started with the first pairing. Okay, so up first, definitely a little bit of a size mismatch here, but we've got the small Sebenza with the wood inlays, and I've got the XM-24 flipper version. So basically, the XM-24 is a beefy, large knife, and I really do enjoy that. I like kind of larger knives, so definitely it's got something going for it there. The small Sebenza I've had for a while, a lot longer than the XM-24, and I really do love the classy lines of this knife. I like the inlays, The satin blade is really nice looking, but you know, that satin blade, the satin blade can kind of scratch a little bit, and I don't like to really risk too much damage to it. So I basically just carry this on a few, you know, dressier occasions and not all the time. And I do really enjoy carrying this XM-24. It's so solid and it just feels great in the hand, and I love the flipper. So I'm going to have to give it to the XM-24. It's going to be moving into the Final Four. So there you go. First matchup, XM-24. Alright, so this second matchup in the Elite 8 is a good one. These are two really stylish knives. Got the SnG concealed carry version with the Digicam blade and the flamed lock side going up against the Microtech Whale Shark. Alright, first of all, the flipper on the Whale Shark is awesome. It's got a great action, a great feel. I like this design a lot. Love that blade. It's got a really wide profile, nice grind, cool swedge. And I really do like the Whale Shark a lot. It's got this really nice backspacer. Really cool knife. But I think in this case, the SnG definitely carry a lot more. Love that Digicam blade. You just really can't beat it. So unfortunately, the Microtech is going to take a defeat to the SnG in this round, and the SnG is moving on to the Final Four. Alright, this matchup we have kind of a couple of firsts here. We've got the first kind of high-end knife that I ever purchased, which was this large Sebenza, and my first custom folding knife, which is the Dustin Turpin Logic. And this is a really tough matchup. On the one hand, you know, the Logic is really cool, has great fit and finish, awesome style, solid lockup, and it's a flipper. Gotta love that. Love this orange peel titanium finish on the bolster and the carbon fiber handle scale. But the large Sebenza is just classic. I love it, and I still like it after all this time. And I've had this knife for quite a while. I mean, compared to everything else that I still own, I mean, this might be the oldest knife currently still in my collection. And it's just awesome. Now it's a little narrow on the blade stock. You know, the 25, I would like to check that out because it has the Umnumzaan blade stock, but I don't know. 24, or the 21, it's just awesome. I love that clean design. I like the straight lines here. So, man, tough call. I don't know. I wonder what you guys think. This might be the first controversial decision, possibly. Definitely the Dustin Turpin is coming in at a higher seed there. Full custom knife. It's a little bit more pricey. I'm gonna have to give it to the Reeve large Sebenza. It just has that staying power. You know, this is like a perennial favorite. It has a lot of experience. It's not the first time around the block for this bad boy, so you know, experience in this case, it's gonna trump the new and shiny. So, not that I don't love this knife, but in this case, the Dustin Turpin has been beat, like a lot of other knives, by the large Sebenza. So, moving on to the Final Four, large Sebenza. Alright, the final matchup in the Elite 8 is going to be the Umnumzaan and the XM-18. And I'm not going to mess around too much on this one. It's got to be the XM-18. This is just hard to beat. I love this knife. I carry it all the time. So awesome, so smooth, and so solid. Just love it. You got to check one out if you have an opportunity. I know that they're hard to come by. I know that they're pricey on the secondary market. Fortunately, I got this one direct from Rick, and that was added to the experience. Definitely really cool. So yeah, it's going to be the XM-18. Love the Umnumzaan, but it's not going to win the day this time. Okay, so these are the final four. Now I'm going to narrow it down once more and try to keep this going a little bit more quick. Your top pairing is going to be the XM-24 and the SnG concealed carry with the Digicam. I'm going to have to give it to the SnG in this one. I like the SnG more for EDC. It just really pockets very well. It's just a good blade shape and size for EDC. It feels great in the hand. You guys, if you haven't checked out an SnG, the ergonomics are really cool. It looks a little strange maybe if you're kind of new to Strider, but it does work great. So I don't know, I love the XM-24, but I'm going to give it to the SnG in this case. I guess the XM-24, the slicer grind, it's really cool, very functional. I don't know, it doesn't, in a way it kind of doesn't appeal to me as much as the Spanto. It doesn't look quite as cool, it has a little bit less going on. Still, you know, an awesome knife. I still really love this. Definitely one of my favorite, but anyway. And now for the other pairing here, we've got the large Sebenza and the XM-18. In this case, I think that the large Sebenza has made it as far as it's going to in the tournament this time. Great knife, love it, but I'm going to have to give it to the XM-18, the Spanto, flipper, black G10, stonewashed titanium, stonewashed blade. It's not a custom. That would be really cool, of course, but it's awesome and it's a great user. So yeah, now we've got the final pairing here. I honestly didn't know where this was going to lead when I started, so it's kind of fun for me too. Again, it really doesn't mean anything. These are all great knives, and I'm lucky to get to have them and to play around with them and carry them, but just something fun. So got the XM-18 and the SnG, both very similar sizes, roughly the same overall blade length, and both are just really awesome to carry. Great reputation, great warranty, awesome, you know, fit and finish. You know, even on the Strider, fit and finish is awesome. The lockup is super solid on both. The XM-18 is a flipper, and I do really like my flippers. I've kind of been on a little bit of a flipper kick, and it's kind of hard not to have one. You know, I tend to always go for them, I guess. The SnG is not a flipper, and I know that they do make one now with Microtech. Might be interesting, but you know, I really like the SnGs just the way they are, honestly. Love that profile, the blocky, you know, back there with the jumping. This is really tough. I don't know. I wonder what you guys think. Curious. Without further ado, and probably not a surprise to anybody, I'm going to go with the XM-18. It's just my favorite knife to carry right now. And I guess it would be more interesting if I picked something that wasn't already so well known to be a very popular knife. And but you know, it's just a fun knife, and it's an awesome knife. It has a great Spanto tip. They are really smooth. I don't know how to explain it. No bearings or anything needed, and it just feels solid the whole way through the action. It's not sloppy, you know. Like some knives are smooth, they open up quickly and without any kind of, you know, resistance, but maybe they're not like solid feeling the whole way through. It's definitely not the case on the XM-18. So there's your winner for this year for the Knife Madness. Okay, so I don't know. Hope you enjoyed the video. I kind of thought it was fun. Go check out Bracket Manager if you have an iPhone, or maybe it's on other platforms. You can make your own if you want. I don't know. It's kind of fun to do. It's an interesting way to kind of look at your collection and figure out what you really like. Not a huge surprise, I guess, but you know, it was kind of fun to decide that the Spyderco Jester was going to beat out an SnG. So that was kind of interesting. So I guess there you'd say is my favorite EDC carry. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you decide to do it for yourself, please submit it as a video response. That would be cool. I don't know if anybody else is crazy enough to do this, so we'll see. But hope you enjoyed. Thanks again for all my subscribers and the people that take the time to watch videos and make comments. I appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one.